So I've had the keys to this 2021 GMC Canyon AT4 for the past week, and I wanted to take a moment to go through some of the best features of this thing. So let's get to it. So I think the first best thing to highlight would obviously be the AT4 package. So it's basically an off-road package for this vehicle. You get different wheels, aggressive rubber wrapped around them. You've got skid plate protection underneath for the front skid plate. You got a mid skid plate. You also have a skid plate on the transfer case. You've got a different off-road suspension. You've got suspension leveling kit. You've got some cool recovery hooks underneath that are red. Changes the looks, pretty much de-chromes most of the vehicle. Just give you a look at what it does. Another best thing about this truck has to be that it's basically a cheaper Chevy Colorado ZR2. Now, what you don't get in this is you don't get the DSSV suspension that you do on the ZR2, which saves you a couple thousand. Now, if you didn't want that suspension in the first place and you were going to replace it with something a little more aggressive for trails or any sort of off-roading you were doing, then this might actually be a better choice for you, because you pretty much get a lot of what the ZR2 offers, but for a few grand less. Now this next one might be personal preference, but I believe it to be the best looking Canyon that you can buy. I'm not a big fan of chrome, and the off-road package pretty much de-chromes the vehicle. The AT4 options, make it more aggressive, purposeful for an off-road environment, and personally it makes it look real aggressive, and I like that a lot. And my final best thing has got to be that all those off-road features are actual functional off-road features. Now, I'm not crazy to think that a significant portion of any of these sold will probably never see any sort of off-road trail other than maybe a muddy driveway or a snow situation. But all the off-road features that it does feature make it just so much better on normal roads. Now, you're never really gonna probably need those skid plates on any sort of normal driving unless you're having to deal with a lot of snow, which I am right now. And maybe you're gonna crack, an oil pan on some jagged ice that never melted. I don't know what situation you're gonna get in, but the suspension, for example, and the off-road leveling kit, the combination with the more aggressive rubber on the tires, obviously smaller diameter wheels, all that combined just makes it a better ride on any sort of rough roads around town. I've got some really crappy roads around my way, a lot of potholes mixed with a whole bunch of railroad crossings, and this thing just eats that up. Obviously you're never going to really need some tow recovery hooks in any sort of daily driving situation, but hey, they look cool, so it's good to have them as well. The spray on bed liner, that's an actual useful truck thing to have, so that's nothing really to mention in off-road department. But you've got a lot of protection from anything that might happen to a truck, and it pretty much comes standard on this off-road package truck, which makes it a lot better for being off the off-road and actually on the road. So there you had the best things about the 2021 GMC Canyon AT4. If you had some feature that you thought was better than those, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to chat with you. Thanks for watching.